Hello everyone. In this lecture, let us see what is mean by illumination. What are the different terms related to illumination? Why this illumination engineering has become very important these days. So why it has a major research is going on in this category or in this area. Right, and now first of all let us see what is its importance. Right now, these days study of illumination engineering is very necessary, has become very necessary. There are two reasons for that. That is, one is why and how should we control the light which is applied to interior design, and the second thing is what measures can be taken to improve outdoor applications of lighting. Right, these two categories are playing a major role these days. So illumination, how, when it is set to a best illumination, that has become a major question, right? So the best illumination is that it produces no strain on eyes. So that should not produce no strain on eyes, as well as those who are working to produce light, they should be safeguarded. The workers should be safeguarded and no hazard should be taken place. Also, their health must be protected. Also, the production must be increased. What is meant by increase in production? That is nothing but giving more illumination with minimum resources. Right, these all the things, if it is satisfying, if a particular category method is satisfying, then it is said to be a best illumination scheme. Right, so these all have made the illumination engineering very important. Right, it must be clean, it must be easily controlled, and it must give steady light output also. Why? Because if the output is varying, output here is what? Nothing but light. So if this output is continuously varying, then it produces strain on eyes. So a good illumination scheme must not produce any kind of strain on eyes. That means the output should be steady. Also, it must be made out of very low cost, and it must be reliable also. Right, so all these are the major factors when in the case of illumination. Now let us see what is light now. So what is light, we all know, but just let us once revise before clearly going into the different terms used in illumination. Right, so light is a form of electromagnetic energy radiated from a body which is capable of being received. Right, so what is light? It is nothing but it is a one form of electromagnetic energy which is radiated from a body. Some kind of body is emitting out the electromagnetic energy. So this energy, if it is capable of received by a human body, then it is called light. Right, so it is denoted by Q, the letter Q, and its units comes as lumen hours. Right, so all the terms related to illumination is very very important with their units. Their units are to be remembered essentially. Right, now let us look into two major important terms related to illumination engineering, that is plane angle. So what is plane angle? A plane angle is angle subtended at a point in a plane by two converging lines in the same plane. Right, so all of this happens within the same plane. So if this is a point in a plane, if there are two lines subtending some angle at this point, right, so that is what I have shown here. See, these are two converging lines. Converging, that means coming to a point. Right, these two are coming to a point, so that is called converging. So they are coming to a point and making some angle. What is it? Theta. So this angle theta is called what? Plane angle. So the condition is all of these three, that is the point and the converging lines, must all be in the same plane. So then that is called plane angle. It is denoted by theta, and its degrees are, its units are degrees, either degrees or radians. So if you see here, this is the angle theta and this is the radius r of the converging lines, and this is the arc, right? So plane angle is given by arc by radius, this arc by this radius of the converging line. So plane angle theta is equal to what? Arc by radius. So as we have discussed that its units are degrees, either degrees or radians. Now let us define what is a radian. Right? 1 radian is defined as an angle subtended by an arc of a circle whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. Right? If you see here, what is it? It is an angle subtended by an arc. This is the arc or not? This arc is subtending an angle whose length of this arc is what? Nothing but radius or not? Length of this arc is radius. So whose length is equal to the radius of the circle? Nothing but angle subtended by some part of a circle is nothing but called as radian. But the arc length must be what? Condition is arc length must be radius of the circle. Then it is called as what? 1 radian. Hope you have understood. Now let us look into the next term. Solid angle. So we have seen about solid angle. Now let us see we have seen about plane angle. Now let us see what is solid angle. So solid angle is angle subtended at a point. So this is the point. Angle subtended at a point in space by an area. This is the area, right? So by an area, that is the angle enclosed in the volume. This is the volume formed by numerous lines lying on the surface and meeting at that point. To say it simply, if you have understood plane angle, 3-dimensional plane angle is nothing but solid angle. So plane angle is measured in 2 dimensions. This is, if you see, this is a 3-dimension one, right? So this is the area. There are only 2 lines, 2 converging lines which are lying on the same plane. But here it is nothing but some area, angle subtended by this area on this point, at this point. That means if you draw all the lines, number of converging lines throughout this area, right, and join to this point, then you can see that becomes our solid angle, right? So now units of solid angle is steradians and it is denoted by omega. Right? Solid angle is given by area by radius square. So area, if you see that this is the area, as we have told, angle enclosed in the volume formed by numerous lines. So if you draw number of lines, the volume formed by these lines gives an angle at this point. That point is called solid angle. Now the solid angle, see, the largest solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere, if you see. So area of a sphere is what? 4 pi r square by radius is r square or not? So r square gets cancelled. Then the largest angle subtended at the center of a sphere is what? 4 pi steradians. Now, if we see what is the relationship between the plane angle and solid angle, so let us derive it here. So plane angle is nothing but angle subtended by these 2 lines only, that we have taken as theta, right? But if you see, now I have to find out what is the solid angle here. So to find out that, for 2 dimensions, if I split this one, each of these forms an angle theta by 2 or not. So let us consider a curved surface area, right? This I am considering as a sphere. Why? Because here I need to take a volume. Here I am considering a spherical segment A, B, C, right? So its height I am taking as small h and the radius of the sphere I have taken as small r. Now the surface area of this curved surface area, this is nothing but spherical sphere. So curved surface of area of spherical sphere is what? Area is, can I take it as 2 pi r h? Why? Because it is a sphere. Now if I need to calculate this one, BD, so BD, can I take it as OB minus OD, right? OB minus OD is nothing but my height h. So OB is nothing but radius of this one, that is I have taken a small r, minus OD. See, OD I need to calculate, OD, right? So theta is, angle is theta by 2. If I take cos theta by 2 now, cos is nothing but what? In from this triangle, let me take it as ODA I have taken, right angle triangle. Cos theta by 2 is nothing but adjacent side is nothing but R, by hypotenuse is nothing but what? OD. Sorry, adjacent side is OD, theta, adjacent side is OD, by hypotenuse is R, right? So can I write OD as R cos theta by 2? So I am writing this OD as R cos theta by 2, so that if I take R as common, 1 minus cos theta by 2 is nothing but my BD, which I have taken it as H, right? Now already we have taken the surface area as what? Surface area of the segment as 2 pi RH, and we have calculated the value of H. Let me substitute it here, so that I'll get as R square into R1 minus cos theta by 2, right? So that now solid angle, how we have defined solid angle? Solid angle omega we have defined as area by R square or not. So that our area is what? 2 pi R square into 1 minus cos theta by 2, which I have calculated here, by R square. R square, if it is getting cancelled, then we will get 2 pi into 1 minus cos theta by 2. What is what? Omega. So this gives us the relationship between plane angle and solid angle, where plane angle is theta by 2 and solid angle is omega, right? So now if we plot a graph between the solid angle and plane angle, we will be getting it like this. So I am taking solid angle on y-axis and plane angle on x-axis theta, right? So this is taken in degrees or radians. And this is taken in steradians, right? So if you draw a plot between them, we'll be getting like this. So this is a relationship between almost linear but not linear, right? Solid angle and plane angle. So hope you have understood the terms solid angle and plane angle. So in the coming lectures, let us look at some more important terminology related to illumination engineering. Thank you.